What's up, YouTube? Today, just talking about kind of some maybe what you could call combat theory regarding knuckle dusters or CQB or whatever it's called now. They changed the name of close quarter battles or close quarters combat pretty regularly. But as you can see, this is the plastic Pokeboy from TACTIKOWL, and it kind of shows the design, kind of points to what the use is for. So obviously, if you know anything about punching, there is some theory that up close hits should be made with the last two knuckles, and then further away hits that are more force stronger should be made with the front two. I usually am aiming for just the middle knuckle to make contact. I'm not really thinking about it that much, nor have I ever really, and I've been in my fair share of altercations. This shows you that he has thought that these are the money makers in a lot of ways, and also these guys, this one especially is for the dusting, where knuckle dusters come into. Say you were to grab someone, you take hold of them, and now all you really have are these short strokes where you're kind of like doing a muted jab or a half jab, or really, truncated punch. This is so you're still, while you're making that kind of dusting motion, you're still able to get all the force focused on one point. And then obviously this is for hammer blows. I like this. There is a little bit of flex. And I wouldn't necessarily hit this or hit a wood post with this, just because it isn't metal or anything spectacularly hard. It is plastic. And I think it's, if carrying it today, I think it's doing just fine. I would carry it in an environment where the weight isn't wanted or needed, or it's just not going to work with the weight. Say you're wearing shorts and playing basketball or something, and this is in your pocket. This is going to be just fine. And I think that for most people this is going to buy you time. You hit somebody in the face a couple times with this, they're probably going to fuck off, to be honest. And if not, and this, the altercation continues, you're going to be really dealing some devastating blows. And I'm honestly pretty sure the person is going to lose, just because of how they're going to be using knuckles and stuff, and you're going to be using this non-giving, extremely firm apparatus to pound on their face or their body. And don't forget, it doesn't always have to be to the face, could be to the head. All of these blows have risks, though, by the way. Clavicle, sternum, the joint strikes, pressure points, stuff like that. I encourage everyone to become familiar with those. However, thinking that you are a kung fu master and that at some point you're in the heat of the moment, if it does come down to a life or death struggle where you're just wailing on somebody over and over and over and over, you're not going to remember any of that stuff. So just keep that in mind, that you need to train and you need to become familiar with fighting if you're going to use these correctly. I don't think that you need to be say you're an older person, you're just carrying these strictly for dire worst case scenario. I don't really think you need to spend a bunch of time in the gym. I would just become familiar, right? If the first time you're thinking about using this, or you have this in your hand taking some swings, is at an opponent, an actual opponent, that's a scary way to learn. That's very unforgiving. So I would just take the time to handle it, to hit some stuff with it. I would encourage watermelons. It's the season for pumpkins, stuff like that. Those kind of things, like a watermelon especially, forensically does a very great deal mimic what will happen to the human head. So if you can imagine, this is going to mangle a watermelon, just like it's going to mangle somebody's face. So in any event, just figured I'd do a follow-up on this one now that I've kind of had it in the pocket a little bit. I will say again that do not hold your knuckles like a monkey. I don't care if you're buying them from Monkey Fist. This is not the way to hold anything. I can't believe anyone. I mean, there's a big channel with like 12,000 followers that is literally just did a video telling people to punch like this, literally like this, and to make hooks like this, instead of just holding it in a way where it fits in your hand. Like this one rides the crest of the knuckles. So you're gonna. I mean, this. I just don't understand. Like this need to. Actually, guys, you're going to hold the knuckles a way that has never been done before, and this is the right way. Like, I've just now bought knuckles. Let me teach you how to use them. It's just kind of insane. I'm not an expert on brass knuckles. I would say I'm a secondary black belt, former Marine. I used to compete nationally in fighting. I used to be a bouncer. I've been in many altercations. But I'm just trying to get at, like, if someone has literally just got a hold of something and now it's time to turn around and be an expert on anything, that'd be crazy, right? Like, it was many years of having knives before, and handling knives before I started this channel in earnest. Channel's been up for a while, but I bought my first pair of brass knuckles at 15, so we're talking close to 20 years ago. I just say this because it's like we need to be a little bit aware. It's kind of like there's this really funny dude. It's the old like knife fighting instructional videos that are on YouTube. There's this dude, this is like in the 90s. He laughs at fat people that try to teach other people how to like fight because obviously they would get fucking smoked in a fight. I think that it's just funny, like it's just the same way I would never listen to a fat person. No offense. No, I'm not, but I mean, if you're 350 and you're telling me how to throw hands, like, let me tell you how to stop eating. Take your head out of the feed bag. No one that can't do it has any business telling you how to do it. And if they've just picked these up and now it's like, I saw these guys do it like this on the internet. That's ridiculous. Discard that. Retain what is useful, discard what is not, as Bruce Lee said about Jeet Kune Do. In any event, that's about all she wrote for this one. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. Hope you folks have a good rest of your day. Bye now.